Worst trends of 2020.
Yeah, I have a few.
You have a few. And listen, it's going to be a weird year. What are the trends?
All
what are
right.
the real trends? Getting unemployment, calling your parents for money, getting evicted, getting bullshit meat delivered to your house for 10 times the cost, fighting people for,
Well, I have my positives and negatives. I think my number one, the main thing that happened that I think is like the most regrettable. It feels like the regrettable hookup for everyone is Tiger King. I think that was something that came out.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone got obsessed with it, but now if anyone references anything, it was such a craze that it was like
it's so cringy now when people talk about it.
And you think about it, you're like,
oh,
yo,
no.
I watched
Dude,
that shit.
it's so awkward when you have like someone older at work on like your conference call and like someone does something crazy. You're like, oh, this guy's like the Tiger King. It's like, oh, do you guys see Carol Baskin's there? Like, oh, dude, come on, man.
Yeah,
like it was
it's like-
hot for a minute because we were all scared and depressed.
Right.
And then then you found out, he's racist. The guys who were fucking him weren't actually gay.
Mm-hmm.
Carol Baskin is basically as presented, but all
Just a
kind of
person.
redeemable. She's just
Yeah.
a person who now gets death threats from, white guys. Whatever.
You just realize you're like, oh, these are just like the shitty people I grew up with, but they're in Florida now.
Yeah. It's just,
And I just watched 8 hours of the people that I hated in my hometown talk.
Listen, talk about a good documentary. It was a good documentary. It was fucking.
You thought so?
Yeah,
I thought
man. It was super
I
entertaining.
think it was a reality television show that disguised itself as a documentary until you got 4 episodes in. Then you're like, oh, I'm watching reality TV. You think you're doing this like cultural like
Yeah, but that's because
anthropologist.
people think documentaries have to be like a cultural, like, oh, this is basically his. No, dude, documentary is just finding like a real life character. You know what I mean? A character who exists in the actual world. A tangible thing that you can actually go find.
Yeah.
And in that realm, I thought it had merit. And I was like, I like Tiger King. I fucked with it.
Really?
I thought it was great. Everyone did. Dude,
I
it was
did.
so entertaining.
You're right. But
in
it's
the
a
moment, we
regrettable
would talk
hookup,
about,
dude.
But yeah, well, it's one of those things you just don't talk about now because the world moved on and you're like, dude, we were all talking about it because everyone was worried about losing their homes.
Just it was a distraction.
So we all were just like, is this crazy? And secretly we're like, but really?
Yeah.
I'm not going to have Netflix next month.
Right.
So let's make this count.
Okay.
You know?
All right, it's fair.
Okay, here's my
What's
worst
yours?
trend
It's
of 2020. Here's the fucking worst. Is those stupid videos people were making of like making things out of toilet paper and jumping over it. Like they would make the wall of toilet paper, they would stack it up and
I
like
don't
jump
even
up.
think I saw this.
Oh my god, dude. It never made sense to me.
Playing right there.
It never made sense to me.
What is it?
It was exactly what I said. It was people started filming these videos of they would just get all the toilet paper in their house and make like a wall of it and like jump over it or see if they get the dog to jump over it or get the dog to like jump through. It was just like toilet paper stunts. But the thing is, like a month before that, people were stabbing each other at Aldi to get it. People were sucking dicks just to get like a 4-pack of Charmin. And you go to a bodega and it's like $10 for a 4-pack and people are going to jail over like price gouging and shit like that. And then a month later, all of a sudden, I don't know, fucking Portia de Rossi is like making
An obstacle course?
an obstacle course out of toilet paper and everyone's like, oh, this is so fun. I was like, this is not cool, dude. This is not worst trend of 2020.
Oh, dang, dude. That actually, yeah, I you know what? I must have missed it. It sounds awful.
It was short-lived,
Okay.
but it was a thing. It was happening.
Well, that
and I was not
actually-
okay with it.
That triggers in my mind. You know what I think business really thrived and
Yeah.
has like come out of we'll see what happens, but like TikTok, dude.
Oh, well, so that's definitely got to be like the biggest trend of.
I have to say, all right, so I feel like it's in vogue to like make fun of TikTok and like make fun of people that make TikToks.
I will not make fun of them.
TikTok, why? Because they're Chinese?
No, because it's the future of entertainment. Whether
TikTok
people want to admit it or not.
Yes. TikTok, I'm on TikTok. We have a TikTok.
Yeah, you just post the clips there, though,
Yeah,
right?
I upload everything there. TikTok, for so many reasons. I think it's like a content meritocracy, which I think is a more boring thing to talk about. But the real exciting thing to talk about is I was on Instagram Reels because they're trying to compete.
Yeah.
And basically, they just totally bit the whole goddamn thing, right?
Yeah.
It's the same.
Which won't work for them.
Dude, I was
won't work.
on it and I'm like, sucks.
It rarely works. It rarely works. Like Instagram almost beat Snapchat. Like people thought Snapchat was going to go under because Instagram started doing stories and like private
they pretty much
messengers.
buried them.
Snapchat's still going, dude. People forget that Snapchat was ingrained, and that's how people actually communicate a lot.
You're right.
But TikTok is the future, man. It's literally watching people. The weird thing is watching people like lip sync, like stand up comedy
It
or whatever,
is.
like Sarah Cooper or whatever. Like I don't. That okay, dude. I'll go there.
Oh, you're going negative
I'll
trend
go,
TikTok.
I'll go negative. No. I'll go bad. I don't get Sarah Cooper. I don't get it. I'm not gonna say it's bad
Sarah
because I don't.
Cooper quotes Trump.
Yeah, the lady who's
Yeah.
just doing the lip syncs of Trump. I don't get it. I don't know why it's. I truly don't get why it's like funny.
Well, this is the thing.
And that's such a shitty, like, I know, dude. Everyone fucking hates me for saying that. She's so popular. And like, dude, I get it. Like, I'm jealous. She did something that worked. Like,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
get it twisted.
Yeah.
Like, she's killing it.
Yeah,
But I truly,
you're aware
I
that
don't
you only resent
underst-
her for her success. It's fine.
I don't resent her for her success. I just don't understand, like, what it was.
That's what, dude. I get on there, and you know what? It's the things that are always trending. Usually, it'll pop up some chick with big titties doing a dance, shaking her tits, and I watch it, and I'm like, that was pretty cool.
TikTok knows what the world wants. It's tits, fight, racist Karen, tits, ass, fighting.
Sometimes like huge fishing nets bringing in tons of fish.
Yeah, it'll be like some kind of wholesome thing.
Yeah.
Like it'll be like a time lapse of a cake coming together in a microwave.
Yeah,
You're like, oh wow.
or a kangaroo hugging a dog.
Yeah. Or then or it's like, you know, sometimes it's funny. It's like a little like Indonesian like 7-year-old smoking a cigarette or something. He's like,
fun.
Dance. It's fun, dude.
Yeah.
They know what people want.
Yeah, no, it's
TikToks, I'm ranking them in best trends of 2020.
yeah.
There goes that light.
There we go.
You know what's fucking crazy is I was literally just now sitting here like, is that light gonna last?
Do you want to put in the new errors?
All right, so TikTok, best trend of 2020. Here's another worst
Absolutely.
trend. Here, can I throw one out? And
Please.
listen, a lot of you aren't gonna like this. This is really gonna anger some people, and they can deal with it because this is a real life reflection that I'm gonna stand here. Worst trend of 2020: people posting screenshots of their donation to a BLM charity.
Oh,
Very bad. Very tacky. Very tacky. Just make a difference. You know? Like it became this thing where people were like, "Oh, well, I hope it motivated a lot of people to donate." But what I'm saying is, dude, come on. It's tacky. And there goes that one. It's tacky, dude. Let's just finish it. The batteries are dying, the lights are going. You understand,
All right.
we're doing our best here. It's tacky, dude. It was lame as hell. I don't know when that became cool. Like, isn't that gross? Isn't that like a gross
yeah.
thing? Like, don't you feel self-conscious? Like, we've all donated. Like most adults of like 28 and older, right?
Yeah.
You donate to things. I would
Yeah.
never think of like posting. Here's a real life example. I have a point to make, but should I name it?
the person?
No, the charity.
Yeah, sure.
I got real high one day and I was watching these videos of the koalas right after the Australia fire and it made me cry. So I koala charity.
Okay.
I didn't post that shit on Instagram.
Well, you're telling everyone now.
I know, but I'm making a point is to like
You've become what?
That's why I said I didn't want to say it, dude. And you
Now
gave me
it
the
feels like
green
this is a
light.
big ruse to drop that you donated to the koalas.
That's actually all this was. No, it was nothing. I ruined it. But the point I'm making
Yeah,
is
it's
that
tacky
like
as
it's
fuck,
tacky.
dude.
I'll bleep it out. I'll bleep the name of the charity out.
There you
That's
go.
I'll commit to it because that's not the point. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying it's tacky.
Oh, absolutely. Of course it is. It's
You
ridiculous.
You don't want to push back at all?
No, I think it's tacky, but like at the same time, it's like a biblical thing. It actually is. It's like their reward is on earth and not in heaven. That's what they say. It's like basically people
That's
that are
true.
very showy about what they offer to the church.
I don't know. I
But-
thought
Well, you got to think about this, man. It's like the whole millennial legacy. It doesn't matter what the intention was, but the fact of the matter was, $200 went to those koalas or whatever it was, you know.
That's true.
Or $200 went to the BLM, you know, to support, rebuilding a black-owned business or something like that. At the end of the day, who gives a fuck why the person gave it? But they gave it.
that's a good point. Listen, I get it. I'm just saying. It seemed like it got into this like arms race thing where it's like basically you just look at all all your friends, and you're just like, well, if you know, and they're like one upping each other.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this, and then you just turn into like ranking. We're like, oh, this poor bastard only gave $5. Come on, man.
Hey, man, at the same time, whatever the thing is, it's like if that feels good. But I mean, but at the same time, it's funny when you see someone do it, it kind of like loses its goodwill from me because I'm like,
yeah. Now listen, I can't imagine
the money
a scenario.
still goes to the people.
Listen, I can't imagine a scenario where I'm gonna let this section of the podcast make it to air. But the only point I'll make on this is that like listen. Do you think it's spurred more good than, like, how much do you believe in people's intentions? You know what I'm saying? Like, each person who does it, you kind of like, whether you want to admit it or not, you kind of do like a quick mental scan of who that person is to you. And you're like, now, did they post this to tell the world that they're like a good person?
Of course.
Do they post all the time? That's how I think.
yeah,
I think I'm like damaged,
No,
dude. Every
it's
time
the
I see that,
wrong-
I'm like, dude, you just want people to know how great you are.
no, of course, dude.
I hate that.
No, everyone knows that. Even the people that comment like, "Wow, that is so cool," they're like, "Fucking bitch."
I know,
Flaunting
right?
or wealth.
Like, dude, at least if people want to hear my shitty opinions, they have to go through the work of like going on YouTube, you know?
Right, exactly.
That's the moral high ground.
That's what it. But it is true, man. It's funny because you do that and you're like, oh, I get. And everyone, like, nobody doesn't think like, just like, oh, well, now you did that so you could tell us all. Everyone's all virtuous on the internet and everyone knows exactly what's going on. So whenever you do that, you just look like an idiot.
But it's like a game you're either playing or you're not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, it's funny because you feel like it's the whole thing where if I tell someone I'm virtuous, it doesn't matter because then no one believes me. If you have to tell people how virtuous you are, you're probably a piece of motherfucking shit.
Yeah.
You know?
That's how it goes.